Back on July 9th of 2023, the eastern wing of Orange County in particular was the epicenter of a massive, massive storm that was, as I said before, national news, every cable network, every major national newspaper. There was one fatality, but the entire village of Highland Falls, which hosts West Point, if you don't know where that is, was wiped out. The town in which the village was in was devastated. The school district, a couple of other towns and villages in the area, but that was the epicenter. And to give you a sense of the scale, the magnitude of this storm, 9 inches of rain dropped in just several hours in these communities, 9 inches of rain. Something I learned the next day, actually, on July 10th, that's an interesting and I think illuminating point, is that meteorologists can effectively convert the volume of rain to snow and vice versa. 1 inch of rain equates to about 10 inches of snow. So when I say 9 inches of rain fell in several hours, that is the equivalent of 90 inches of snow falling in a few hours. And as you can imagine, there was widespread devastation in these communities. The village that I mentioned before of Highland Falls, this is just the local expenses, not the state costs repairing state roads and other state damage that happened in the community. Just the local expenses for a village of 3,600 people totaled $37 million. The next day, on July 10th, the governor flew in. I was there, many others were there, and we appreciated her presence. And she saw firsthand the broken hearts, the broken homes, the broken dreams, the broken livelihoods. She hugged, she embraced weeping constituents who had lost everything, who it turns out, we would find out, some of whom would be displaced in a motel a couple of towns up away for 5 months. We were relieved that our governor was there. And she stood in the middle of Main Street, which was unrecognizable, literally could not see much of Main Street the next day due to the mud, the damage, the wreckage. She saw the sofas lined up on the curbsides, the refrigerators, the mattresses, the boilers, people's livelihoods. And we were glad she was there. She came back on July 18th, about a week later, to announce a very small amount of state funding that wound up helping very, very few people. And she, among other things, said that day, I quote, "We stand united in our commitment to not just be there the day after when all the attention is on a community and then walk away." That was on July 18th. And so you can imagine my surprise and my anger that as both houses of this legislature during these budget negotiations advanced flood relief aid to these municipalities that have to increase their tax levy, their tax rate, property taxes, to pay for the unreimbursed amount of damage not covered by FEMA and other sources by double digits, landing another blow on the people who just lost their livelihoods, that one person in that room said no and refused to offer a single dollar and a single cent in this budget. And her name is Kathy Hochul.